there, I'm Kerry. Today we're going to do a Detox Flow Yoga practice. So starting on a comfortable seat or cushion. And just before we begin, just something to talk to you a little bit about is detoxifying and cleansing. So using your yoga practice, there's three ways, probably more, but three ways we're going to talk about today as a way to help cleanse. And one of the ways is through sweating, so it's going to be a bit more of a dynamic practice. So you might feel a bit of a sweat cleansing out through your skin. The second way is we're going to do some twists. So the postures we're going to do are going to help massage the internal organs in the body, literally massaging the cells, so on a cellular level, stimulating the cells, stimulating the organs to work at a higher functioning, so that you're working at a really high level to help cleanse up the toxins and make some room for nourishment to come in. Finally, is with the breath. And this is often very overlooked, but your exhale is one of the ways that we eliminate. So we eliminate toxins through the exhale. So when we practice, we're going to be in a bit of a dynamic practice today. I really welcome you to be with the breath throughout the practice, and especially the exhale. And as soon as you notice that the exhale is getting shorter or it's being held at all, it's a really good sign that you're holding, that there's something tight within you in the movement. So even though it's a dynamic practice, keep your exhale long and smooth. Keep the focus of this practice on cleansing, on nourishing. So we're going to start in our seated practice, letting your hands rest onto your lap, and begin with a few rounds of deep, slow, steady breathing. Start to settle in. Let your shoulders relax. Let your neck feel long. And start to feel your breath move on the front, side, and back of your ribs. So you're really breathing on all sides, filling up the lungs fully. Let your eyes close down, breathing in and out through your nose. And taking one hand to your belly, take the other to your heart. Sense of your body breathing. So it doesn't need to be forced, it doesn't need to be hard at all. In fact, you want to soften a bit and just let the body breathe. I find in particular watching animals like my dogs breathe, you'll notice that their whole body breathes with each inhale and exhale. Keeping your hands here, resting the back of your lap, continuing to breathe, and see if you can start to extend your exhale. So making your exhale a little longer than your inhale. Adding a little Ujjayi breath here now, starting to slightly constrict into the throat where the air gets swirled around. It's a really cleansing breath, really fantastic way to cleanse out through the throat area, all through the lungs, in through the nose. So as you Ujjayi breath, you can start to hear a little bit of a sound starting to be created. Some people think it sounds like the ocean or even Darth Vader. So let the sound be quite soft. Again, not forcing the breath, and keeping your exhale long. Take a moment to imprint the steadiness you feel in your breath. in particular the length of your exhale. And keep this breath with you as you start to make your way into the physical movements. Keeping in mind that the purpose of the physical movements is to help cleanse, nourish, detoxify. So watch that you're not forcing yourself in. Let's begin. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, rotate to the right, nice and slowly dropping the arms back down. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhaling over to the other side. Couple more rounds. Keep it slow and steady. Watch that your head isn't doing too much work. Make your rib cage do all the rotation. Making this your last round. And this time we'll hold here, let your left hand back behind you, let your right arm rest onto your leg, lift up nice and tall. And just feeling your left ribs draw back, right ribs come forward. At the same time, your chest and head lengthening up, tailbone down. Coming back through center, pause here for a moment, let everything settle. And then switching sides, right hand behind, left hand onto your thigh, lift tall. Keeping your chin level with the ground, but feel the crown of your head, so that's the back of your head, not where your hairline meets your forehead. Towards the back more. Lift through there, the back of the neck lengthening, chest rising up, tailbone rooting down. So you're actually getting length in the spine first and then twisting. Coming back to center and again pause here for a breath or two. And from here, let's make our way to all fours. Tucking your toes, spread your fingers nice and wide. We're going to take a couple rounds of cat pose, really emphasizing drawing in and up through the core. So the emphasis here is going to be about articulating and moving the core muscles to help stimulate all the internal organs, right? So begin by inhaling, we're lengthening through the front body, lifting the tailbone, lifting through the crown of the head. Exhale, now feel the lower belly muscles draw in and up. Feel the mid-abdominal muscles lifting in and up. And then keep lifting through the core as you round through the upper back, dropping your head. From here, look right up towards your belly button, so really lengthen the back of the neck. Press your hands into the ground. Good, then as you inhale, reverse. Soften between the shoulder blades, chest drawing forward, tailbone lifting, lengthening through the front body. Take a few more rounds here. Feel those core muscles working for you. And let go of any tendency to rush here. Keeping your Ujjayi breath steady. We'll take one more round. Coming into center, stretching your right leg back behind you. Go ahead and lift the leg up without letting the hip lift. So keeping your left hip hugged into the midline. From here, bring the knee into your chest, round your back like cat. Lift the shin high. Inhale, stretch it back out, slow and mindfully. And exhale, bringing the knee in, lift through the core, lift through the core. Starting to fire up those core muscles, making them work up against the internal organs, helping to cleanse. Making this your last one, nice and slow and steady. See if you can lengthen your exhale. Putting your leg back down. I always need to shake up my wrist here, so go ahead if you like. From here, switching sides, left leg lifts. Watch that you don't open up into the hip, so keep everything nice and level in the back, hugging the right hip into the midline. From here, bringing the knee in, nose to your knee here, so look right up to your belly button. Now lift the shin as high as you can, scoop and lift through the belly, press your hands into the ground. Inhale, stretch the spine straight, crown of the head reaching out, heel reaching back. And two more times. Exhale. And inhale to stretch out. From here, setting your leg down. And again, give your wrist a little stretch if they need it. Moving into downward dog, lifting your hips up and back. Little pedal of your feet if you feel you need. And let's take a couple rounds of low sun salutation. Inhale, coming forward. Dropping the knees if you like. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, take it back. One more time through. Inhale, now watch the exhale. Slow and steady, not holding. Inhale, lift. This time actually let's straighten the arms up. Upward dog. Exhale, roll it back, downward dog. Stepping your feet up to your hands. Keep your knees soft and roll up slowly. Once at the top, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, take your hands down to your heart. Steady your breath. Feel how the cells are already starting to work in your body and be with that energy. So not fighting it. Noticing your heart rate increasing a bit, and that's okay. From here, taking a full sun salutation. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Little baby back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Now lift through the core like we did in cat pose. Lifting in and up. Inhale, draw your chest forward. And exhale, stepping the right leg back into a high lunge. Hold here. Reaching out of the right heel. Watch what's going on the left hip. Bring the left hip into the midline. And almost imagine like your sit bone is trying to move away from your heel. From there, draw your chest forward, crown your head forward. Lots of space in the spine. From here, stepping back, downward dog. Inhale, come forward into plank pose. Exhale, lower down, hold and hover if that's available. Flipping into up dog. Rolling back through downward dog. Move from the core. One more breath here and really feel that length as the tailbone reaches up and back. Crown of the head rests down. From here, stepping up with your right foot. Stretching through the hips here, reach out of the left heel. Chest drawing forward. And then stepping your back foot to meet your front forward fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. We're going to go right into our next sequence, Surya Namaskar B, starting with Utkatasana. Bending into the knees, palms resting at your heart together. Release the arms, reach them up and overhead. Feel your hips reach back, crown of the head reaching up. And take a little look down at your toes. Activate the toes, lift them up, spread them out. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stepping back. Plank pose. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Lifting through up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's lift the right leg up and back. Hold here. Hug the left hip in. Reaching out of the right heel. Keep extending your hands into the mat and away. And then as you exhale, bring the knee into your chest. Nose to your knee. Hold here. Lift the shin up. Inhale. Stretch it back. 2 more times. Exhale. Knee comes in. Keep hugging the left hip in. Inhale. Stretch it up. And exhale. Hold here. Come forward like you're going into plank. Shin lifts. And then step up to your hands. From here, drop the back knee down, lift the torso up, reach the arms up, crescent moon. Taking your palms together here, stay nice and long in the spine. We're going to go into a twist. But before you twist, always think of your alignment. Length first, then rotation. From here, taking your left elbow, placing it down onto your right thigh, but keep looking at your right foot. Pause here. Chest is forward, tailbone reaching back. And feel the right ribs rolling back, left ribs rolling forward. Maybe let the head go with you. Either stay here or lift the back leg up. Taking the back leg back down, come back through center. Whoa. Release the arms, reach them up. And exhale, take the hands down. Now lift through the belly. Lift up, lift the back leg, and step back without making a sound. Second side, left leg lifts. Hug the right leg in. And keep the right heel rooting down. Nice, slow, steady breath. On the next exhale, bring the knee into your chest. Nose to your knee, look up to the belly button, lift the shin. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, bring it in 2 more times. Hold here. And step up to your hands. Dropping your back knee down, lifting the torso, reach the arms up, crescent moon. Starting to make our way into our crescent twist, taking your palms down, elbows up. From here, rotating, watch that you don't fold forward. So what I tend to do is I tend to bring my hips forward a little and then hinge from the hips, placing my right elbow onto my thigh, hands are stacked, left elbow to the ceiling. And look back down at your front foot. Not only will that help with your balance, but it helps to make sure that you're not straining the neck and that you're getting the twist from the thoracic spine where all the internal organs are, and that's where we want to be twisting from. Feel the left ribs roll back, right ribs rolling in. And either stay here or lift the back leg up if you're looking to juice it up a bit. Breathe. If you like, add the head. Watch it because it's going to throw your balance off a bit, so move slowly. Taking the back knee back down, release the arms, inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Back leg lifts up, back knee lifts up. And stepping up front foot back, make sure you lift it first, step it back. Hold, downward dog, steady the breath. If at any time you find your exhale has escaped you, and you want to get it back, feel free to head into child's pose. From here, let's start to make our way back to the top of our mat. You can step, or if you like, hop up to your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Sitting back into chair pose, sink into the hips, reach the arms up, Ujjayi. And inhale, stretch it up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Steady your breath. Find your Ujjayi breathing, calm it down, slowly exhale down. From here, making your way into a balanced pose. I'm going to start with eagle pose. There's a lot of twists happening in eagle, very subtle twist though. I'm going to start out by lifting the left leg up and crossing it over. And then head down as if you're going into Ujjayi. As you do, take the left leg, lift it, internally rotate it. So inner thigh rolls down, From there, the toes can stay down, up against the outer leg, or wrap it around if that feels good. But keep the inner rotation happening, hip points lifting, tailbone reaching down, and then let your arms reach out, like eagle wings. Breathe. Find your focal point. Either staying here, or starting to add the arms, crossing your right arm underneath your left, and just give yourself a hug to start. Right away, notice what happened into your neck, and keep your neck long, crown of the head reaching up. And either stay here if it feels good in your shoulders, lifting the forearms, connecting your palms. Settle in here, let yourself sink a little bit deeper. Find your breath. Slowly start to unravel your legs. Keep your arms where they are and bring your leg up into flamingo. Left leg is bent. Good. From here, tip forward, stretch the left leg back behind you, tip forward. Maintain your focus, moving into a variation of warrior three. Keep your neck long, reaching out the back heel. And then nice and slowly release the arms, sweep them out to the sides and then out in front. Breathe. Palms coming together, stepping your foot down. Take a big breath in, cleansing, exhale out. Take an eagle on the other side, lifting your right leg, cross it over. Inner rotation as you sink down into one-legged Utkatasana. And then feel free to modify what you want to do with that right leg, with the right foot. Reach the arms out. Then crossing the left under the right. Either palms together, but sometimes I find if my shoulders are achy, hold on to the other shoulder. That just takes the intensity out. Think of the shoulder blades sliding down your back, and that's going to lift the elbows up. Feel what's happening in your core. Keep the hip points lifting, let yourself sink a little deeper. Breathe. Keep the arms where they are and start to unravel your legs. Nice and slow, graceful movement. Stretch the leg back behind you, tip forward into warrior three. Gaze at the floor. Now think about your spine getting even longer. Crown your head forward, tailbone reaching back. And feel the back thigh lift, not your heel, but the thigh reaching to the ceiling. Reach the arms out, and then out in front. Nice big breath in. Exhale, come back to Tadasana. Hands resting at your heart. Pause here. Moving through a sun salutation. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, fold down. Keep your fingertips down. Inhale, chest drawing forward. Exhale, step or hop back. Plank pose. Lowering down, chaturanga. Come up dog. And exhale back, downward dog. Lifting into your right leg, stretch it back, and then draw the knee to your chest first, then stepping it up to your hands. Pause here. Good, from here, step the back foot up just a little bit, give you a little bit more base of support, and then lift your torso up for a variation of warrior one. Reach the arms up. Starting to bend the back knee, but watch what's going on in the back leg. Keep your back pinky toe connected. Bend the back leg, forming two 90-degree angles. Hip points are lifting. Reach the arms out. With your spine nice and tall, slowly rotate to the right. Inhale and come back to center. Reach the arms up, stretch out the back leg. Exhale, fold, and just go halfway. Just go halfway. Keep the right hip hugging in. Reaching out the back leg. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, fold forward, hands down. Without a sound, step it back, downward dog. Inhale the left leg up, and exhale it up to your hands. Step the back foot up a little if you need, and then lift the torso up, variation of warrior one. From here, starting to bring the back knee down, you're just letting it hover above the ground. Lower isn't better, you can just bend it just slightly, because what we're looking for is a stable pelvis. When the back leg is straight, the pelvis tends to lock in. Bend the back leg, lift the hip points up, and then from there we can twist through the spine and really nourish through the internal organs, reach the arms out. But as you can tell, you're also building quite a bit of fire, quite a bit of heat. Twisting slowly to the left. And again, watch that your head isn't doing all the work. Keep your head quite neutral and feel the rib cage rotate. Sink a little deeper if that's available. Bringing it back to center, stretch the front back leg out, reach the arms up, exhale, fold halfway. This is quite intense with the arms out in front. Take them to your hips instead, or even back behind you, ski jumper style. Reach out of the back heel. One more breath. Inhale it up. And then flow it out. Hands down, step back, downward dog. And if at this time you're ready for child's, go ahead and take it. If you'd like to do another vinyasa flow, go ahead and take that. Coming back to your breath. Long exhale, and we'll meet in child's pose. Slowing your breath down, letting your heart rate slow down. We'll take a few more breaths here. And when you're ready, roll yourself up nice and slowly, massaging the spine by using your core muscles. Sit up nice and tall, give all those internal organs lots of space. When we have bad posture, we slump, we really compress the digestive organs and make them struggle to do their job, right, when they're all compressed like that. So sit up really tall, think of creating space through the belly, through the digestive organs. Either stay seated on your knees in Virasana or go ahead and take a cross-legged position. And settling your breath down, we'll take a few more breaths here. Keep your Ujjayi breath, but see if you can soften it a little bit. Lengthening your exhale. Then from here, bringing your legs up, stretch them out in front of you, Paschimottanasana. And then what we're looking for is the sits bones reaching back and heels reaching forward. So set yourself up. Sometimes I like to sit on a cushion or just a rolled up mat or blanket. Go ahead and find something that works for you. And then from there, have a little micro bend in your knees, hinge from your hips, and reach forward. Hold on to whatever you happen to hold on to today. Keep thinking of length. So watch what's going on in the digestive system area. Watch that you're not collapsing that area, again, constricting its functionality. So when you come forward, hinge from the hips. And one of my ways of describing this is when you look down, make sure you're not adding any wrinkles to your shirt. So when you sit up nice and tall, notice the wrinkles there. When you come forward, make sure you don't add any wrinkles by dropping the chest. So we're just going to hold here for a few more breaths. Think of your tailbone back, chest reaching forward. And start to let the hamstrings melt a little bit. Good, and then coming back up. From here, bending into your left leg. Cross it over. If that feels, for whatever reason, uncomfortable in your leg, keep it open, that's fine. Setting it down, just like what we did in eagle pose, have an inner rotation of the upper thigh. And what that's going to look like in your foot is you want the inside edge of your foot connecting down. From there, lift up tall. Imagine your vertebrae lifting up and out of your pelvis, reach the arms up. Rotate to the left. Left hand back as support, right arm either hugging or crossing over. Keep your gaze looking at your front foot for a moment. And actually feel the left ribs initiating the movement. Left ribs back, right ribs forward. And then keep walking that left hand back behind you a bit more. From there, let your head rotate. And then just for a moment, close your eyes. Scan your body. Notice if you're clenching, tensing anywhere, soften those edges. Let this be about nourishment. Bringing it back to center. Take your left leg, open it to the side in seated tree pose or Ujjayi Sirsasana, reaching both arms back up. From there, hinge from the hips. Again, watch that you're not wrinkling the front of your shirt. Hinge from the hips and hold on to whatever you have available there. Shin, foot, doesn't matter. Let the chest go forward. And then watch the little sneaky twist. I love this pose for this. Little sneaky twist. Now you want your left ribs coming forward, right ribs slightly back. From there, think of the chest lengthening. Steady the breath. And slowly bringing it back up, stretching both legs out. Let's take a counter pose. Lean it back, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. If you like, lift the hips as well. Good, bringing the hips back down, switching sides, bending your right leg, and either keeping it on the inside or crossing it to the outside. Keep that inner rotation though. Inside edge, your left foot down. Excuse me, your right foot down, reaching out of the left heel. From there, both arms lift, and pay attention to both sides of your waist. Keep them even and long, so both sits bones even on the ground. From here, rotate nice and slowly to the right. With your right hand back behind you, keep your head facing forward. And then feel the subtleties of the twist. Watch that you're not forcing, pulling, or straining in any way. And as your body starts to accept and welcome the twist, let your head gently rotate, looking over the back shoulder if that feels good. And close your eyes, long exhale here. You're really doing a lot of excellent stuff for your belly, your digestive system. So encourage all the toxins that are being released from the cells to now come out of the exhale. Bring it back through center, taking your leg, opening up to the side. And sometimes what I like to do is support this leg. Otherwise, I find the weight pulls me off to the side. So go ahead and support the leg if you like. From there, reaching the arms up. And hinge from your hips, thinking of your sits bones going back. taking hold of whatever's available, foot or ankle. And just for a moment, notice two things. Is your chin popping out? And did you add wrinkles to your shirt? So check it out. Drop the chin, lengthen through the belly by bringing your chest forward. From there, from the length, add the little bit of rotation, bringing your left ribs back, right ribs slightly forward. And let your exhale lengthen here, nice and soft. Here, nice and slowly coming back up, bringing the legs together again. And we'll take one more time our back bend. Lean it back, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, lift the hips if that feels delicious for you. And bringing it back down, reaching both arms up. One more time, Paschimottanasana. Fold it forward. We're going to add a little bit of a twist here. Take your left hand to the outside of your right foot, and then take your right hand back behind you, open it up. You can add the arm lifted up if that feels good. Bring it back down, and crisscross your hands. So keeping your left hand where it is, take your right hand to the outer edge of your left foot. Little crisscross, fold forward. Good. Keep your right hand where it is. Release the left hand and open it up. You can either stay on the floor or open up behind you. Coming back down. Release the crisscross one more time. Paschimottanasana. Drop the head this time. Rolling yourself up. And one last time. Tabletop. Lift it up. Good job. Bringing your hips back down. Both knees into your chest and just give yourself a little hug here. Drop your head. Before heading down into Shavasana, take a moment in a seated position back to the place where we started our practice. Coming back to your breath. With your hands resting on your legs. Close your eyes down. And take a moment to even visualize how your cells were moved in your practice today. They were massaged, gently releasing those toxins. And then visualize those toxins now moving through the blood. And we want to get rid of them. So one way to get rid of them is through elimination. The other way is through the exhale. So visualize how the blood goes into the lungs, the exchange takes place in the lungs, and the toxins get released with the exhale. Slowly exhale down. Really imagine you're digging deep into the deepest parts of your lungs, scraping up all the remainder toxins that might just be sitting there, hanging out. Time for them to go. And before heading down to your back, I'd like to switch things up a little bit. There's been a lot of emphasis of releasing, letting go, eliminating toxins. I want to take it to the other side, the nourishment, the bringing in energy and nourishment to create balance in our practice. So take a few more breaths here and consider your inhale as bringing in nourishing force, nourishing energy. Almost imagine you're breathing into the digestive organs. Feel the belly belly expand, the ribs expand as you inhale. The blood system receiving this oxygen, circulating through all the systems of the body. Take a big breath in, cleansing, exhale out. Exhale out the mouth, let out a nice long sigh, just release any remaining stagnant energy in there. Then take a few moments to set yourself up for Shavasana. So rolling down to your back, grabbing yourself a blanket as your body starts to cool down now. Perhaps an eye pillow. And then once you settle down into your back, let yourself feel supported by the floor. The muscles did a lot of work in your practice. The organs were working hard in the practice. Let this be time where the organs can settle, the muscles can relax. Feel the weight of your body. And even let yourself get a bit bigger, take up a bit more space. Let the legs take up a bit more space, the arms. Feeling your breath now balanced, soft. Inhale, soft. Exhale. We'll stay here for a couple moments. Letting your body receive the benefits of your cleansing practice. If you have the time today to extend your Shavasana, I highly recommend that. If this is the end of the practice for you, take your time, moving into your body with ease, your fingers, your toes, bringing your legs slowly to your chest, giving yourself a hug there. And when you're ready, gently rolling to the right, coming back into a seated position. And folding your palms together at your heart. Let your head bow. Taking a moment to celebrate yourself for taking the time to practice. And celebrate what your body can do for you, how it cleanses, how it nourishes, and how you help support that in your practice. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.